Hey, welcome to channel14.com's Bodega Nights.
Hello!
Hey, I'm Joao.
This is Norm.
And it's just the two of us today.
Yeah, it's kind of a sparse room tonight, gentlemen and ladies.
And I was about to say something, but I don't know if it's PC, so let's just not go there.
I was actually thinking about this, something similar, but
Oh well.
let's not touch the topic.
Yeah, because because we don't like hate here on Channel 14.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
anything that can be,
we're all for love.
misconstrued as hate. Yeah.
That's not
No hate.
No hate.
No hate. A corollary to no love, to for love is no hate. Yeah. What am I talking about? Right. So, we're going to be helping you set up Radio Norm.
Yeah. Actually, Jao's gonna be helping me set up Radio Norm. By meaning that he's going to be doing most of the work and just telling me what he's setting up.
What's it? The recordings that you that you send in are like really good already. Like I don't need to edit them anymore. Just have to put them out into the ether. So, So we have your RSS feed. Create podcast enclosures from audio files.
How does one?
I think.
Yeah, aside from, how do you create a podcast, Joao? Assuming that you've been able to create your own, audio recording, your MP3 or, whatever audio file.
Right. So all a podcast really is a glorified RSS feed.
It's a newsletter.
That's all it really is. Yeah, it's
in
a
audio
newsletter
format.
But then, like, instead of grabbing everything, it just gets the audio file and downloads it onto your computer. So your podcatcher is an RSS feed aggregator or whatever it is, and just downloads the audio file.
Right.
Right. So you send the RSS feed to iTunes, to Stitcher, to Gpodder, and that's how the magic happens. So we're setting up your RSS feed. What we do is we point we use FeedBurner, which is this.
It's free,
service. Right? Yeah. It's this service that creates an RSS feed out of your blog or whatever. And what we do is we point FeedBurner to channel14.com.
All right.
And that's the all Channel 14 podcasts feed. And then we have a Third World Linux feed, which is pointed to everything tagged as Third World Linux.
Right. And we'll have we'll have one for Radio Norm for all those excited, anxious listeners out there in the void. Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Include iTunes podcasting elements because we are going to be submitting this to iTunes.
All right. Gonna have to seek approval from Steve Jobs.
The ghost of Steve Jobs.
The ghost of Steve Jobs. Tim Cook.
Arts, business, comedy, education, games and hobbies, government, health, kids and family, music, news and politics, religion and spirituality, science and medicine.
I don't know if it's... Can we put it under... Is there a general entertainment thing? Definitely not religion.
Sports and recreation.
What do I know
TV
about
and
sports?
film and technology. Though the general entertainment category is pretty much comedy. Like that's where everybody goes now.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. It's pretty how do you say it? Dense? Very saturated. There we go. That's the word.
Yeah. Oh, sorry listeners if you hear like clicking and stuff. I have a sore throat, so I'm having a lozenge. So if you hear me like swallowing, if it sounds like I have something in my mouth and you hear clicking as if a lozenge is hitting my teeth, that's exactly what it is.
Joao speaking very intimately while chewing on his lozenge.
We don't have a podcast image yet.
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
So it's called Radio Norm. What is the subtitle?
Actually, haven't thought that far.
Podcast subtitle Radio Norm. He hasn't thought that far.
Actually, that works. Why not? We don't think that far ahead.
Last in news, first in opinion.
First in
Podcast
censorship.
summary.
Last in information.
Oh man, podcast summary.
Oh, you need me to provide that.
Twice a week, Norm rants. That's all you need to know.
That's all we can tell you. Set to a jazz background.
Twice a week, comma, Norm rants. Norm rants set to a jazz background.
Let's do we keep it at 2 minutes wherever? Right now I have it on 2 minutes.
I don't know. It's your show.
2 minutes in a second.
Alright, twice a week, Norm rants set to a jazz background. That's all we can tell you.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then the sponsors. Who shall not be named.
That sort of like doesn't that runs against
the whole point of sponsorship.
Idea of sponsorship, does it not? Podcast search keywords, Norm.
The powers that
channel.
Sponsored by the powers that be.
What are our keywords here? Rant?
Sure. Noir.
Noir.
Warren Beatty. Grace Kelly. And that's the rain starting up again in my background.
Oh man. It's been raining a lot there, huh?
Just recently, yeah. It's, tropical heat, and then sudden blast of rain, and then nothing.
Yeah.
What's the weather today? Nothing. It's a void. We're trapped in a black hole.
Dude, what was it? The Bodega Nights episode from like 2 weeks ago was where Miko was attacked by his dogs. That was really funny. It's like because like I was working on the album,
yeah,
and Miko was like heeding the call of nature, and nature being his dog. And on Radio Normie talked about the weather.
Now he's He-Man. Oh no! He's Beastmaster. They're able to master his tiny half German Shepherd dog.
Contains explicit content? Yes or no?
So far, no. I'm gonna try to keep it as a no. No profanity.
Let's put a yes.
Set to a jazz background with explicit content.
Again, the explicit, the no explicit tag only applies to some people on Channel 14. Yeah.
We're not liable for any psychological damage you may incur from listening to our podcasts from the no explicit zone.
Because I trust you when it comes to tasteful use of explicit language.
But it is still explicit.
Yeah, but like I trust most of us on Channel 14 when it comes to the tasteful use of explicit language.
Alright, fair enough. That brings the question, what is untasteful use of a random expletive coming through?
Because there is foul language, and then there is like really offensive foul language, right?
Stop your unorthodox cursing.
Yeah. It was, when I was a kid, and we did the whole confession thing, like, I asked the priest, what is the status of foul language
with the religion
when it
with
comes to sin? And that I mean, not in those words. I was like, is it a sin to say the F word, Father?
What is the F word, Father?
He pretty much what he said was no, it's not, unless you direct it at somebody with the intent to insult the person or to insult the person. Right? If it's something that slips, that isn't necessarily something that you necessarily have to confess or whatever. But it becomes sinful if you direct your foul language at somebody, at a group of people, that sort of thing.
All right. It just reminds me. Yeah. It also reminds me back to. I'm sorry, I just got distracted by a cockroach. Back to the premise of Channel 14, which is for love. Get out of there. Third world country, guys. Third world country.
The cockroach. Although we hear, like, in Texas, cockroaches are really bad.
Really? How bad?
I mean, like, they're big and stuff.
Like Ant-Man big? Like, as big as your dog big?
Nah, but, like, pretty big.
It's Texas. In Mother Russia.
There was that theory, right? Like, animals get bigger if there's more open space. Like,
you have more room to exercise?
I have no idea. But, like, there was that, there's a principle in evolutionary biology where the more, like, space an animal has, the more likely it is to evolve to be bigger.
So it's more like it's adapting to the scale of the space at which it habitates?
I guess. Yeah.
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 All right.
But then I'm not an evolutionary biologist, so,
Yeah, I can barely speak in English, so. Please, commenters, feel free to correct my habituates.
Optimize.
What are you doing now, Joao?
Like, what do you mean? Like, at this very moment?
No, what were you asking? The summary.
Like, at this very moment, I'm having a seat in front of my. I'm setting up the RSS feed.
All right. But what was the summary and the subtitle for?
Because that shows up on the RSS feed. But that shows up in iTunes rather. Like,
all right.
Let me take a look.
I'm gonna be on iTunes next month. God willing.
Yeah, if there is a God, Bodega Nights. Let's see what's on the Bodega Nights thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Right. Bodega Nights by channel14.com. A bunch of friends get together every week. This podcast makes sure it happens. Welcome to Bodega Nights.
I was tempted to do the jazz background myself.
That'd be pretty cool.
But I thought that would be too much. How is we've got a lineup of storms coming in. How is the weather where you're at?
Really hot.
Humidity,
it's annoyingly hot.
Humidity level, the armpits of
death. Because you know me, dude. Like, I sweat like nothing else.
Yeah, like 90% humidity, right? On average.
Yeah. But then like me, I sweat a lot.
Just a lot.
It's a thing. It's a thing. And the higher the humidity is,
the more likely you are.
Yeah. Well, the more likely the sweat is going to stay on you.
Oh my god.
Because what sweat does is it's the body's natural cooling system, right? Like evaporation is a cooling process, but then if you have so much moisture in the air,
it doesn't evaporate.
Your sweat can't evaporate.
It just dries on your skin. Annoying you further.
It's soaked up by your shirt and stays there,
refusing to leave you.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like you have an RSS feed.
All right.
feeds.feedburner.com/radionorm.
God help my subscribers.
Or you could just head over to channel14.com.
Yeah.
When the episodes start popping up.
Mm-hmm. Catch all the awesomeness on Bodega Nights, Radio Norm, Third World Linux, Third World Gaming. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit our website, channel14.com. We have a Twitter.
This is the call to action. we're trying to get like a good release cadence, not release cadence. We're trying to get like a good schedule going.
Yeah, our Monday pipeline is getting really tight.
Yeah. The way I think we're going to be, or what we're going to be doing, right, is Monday is Third World Linux and Minecraft Monday.
Right.
So Third World Linux on this site, Minecraft Monday on YouTube. Then we're looking at Tuesday Radio Norm, Wednesday Bodega Nights, Thursday Radio Norm, Friday is Third World Plays.
Okay.
Then Saturday and Sunday is recording day or like
rest day.
Rest days.
We assume people have lives day.
Although we're coming up with, we're thinking of doing like a movie podcast with Bok.
Oh, yeah, we are. And once I get
it's probably gonna come out on Saturday, like on the last Saturday before Sahod, or like the last Saturday before people get their salaries.
Payday.
Yeah, before payday. That way, like people are broke and just watch movies on a Saturday night.
Right before payday, so you know what movie to avoid.
What was it though? Because it's sort of
I was thinking that was such a weird schedule. It's not a specific day of the month. It's the Saturday before payday, so it could be once or twice a month.
Once a month. The last Saturday before payday.
Ah, there we go.
So if it were this month, it would have come out last week.
All right.
Oh no, yesterday. Yesterday would have come out yesterday.
Yep. Okay.
Then next month. Wait.
Looking forward to that movie.
Next month, Saturday is the last Saturday is the 29th.
That should be when it comes out.
Yeah.
If we're releasing next month.
No, that's when we're recording it.
Oh,
we're going to be recording. We're recording them next month.
Fair enough. I shall clear my schedule.
Right. Let's see. Yeah. And then, if ever we have any experiments or whatever, like we'll just put it out on the Sunday.
All right.
That's
the week.
Gentlemen, we have a network.
We have programs.
Yes, we have programming.
We managed to focus enough to pull something together.
It only took us like 3 years. It took us 3 years and tremendously inconsistent releases.
We like hanging out too much.
I think a lot of it, though, had to do with AG not having regular employment over the past, year, right?
I would attribute it to AG more of finding himself over the past few. Whether or not it was regular.
He didn't have a job. He didn't have a regular... He was underemployed. We talked about this. He was underemployed. Not living up to his full potential.
Now he is.
What was it? Yeah. He's regularly employed, I guess. But he has a proper schedule now.
Yeah.
Which means we can fit recording on a Sunday night.
Yes, we have a schedule for content creation now that we try as much as possible to follow.
Which means we can be a little bit more, shall we say, consistent.
Yeah.
So now we just worry about Paolo and how he's doing.
Well, he just came back from Comic-Con. I don't really know how much changed from when I saw him last and today.
Because he just graduated, right? So, he's in that funny time. He's at a crisis point in life,
I suppose, yeah. If you call the time between graduating and finding a job, your calling, the crisis point.
Yeah, because that's exactly what it is. It's month or whatever where you're
the keep it together points.
So.
Older
so I guess we gotta,
the older
we have to be older brothers. Oh, he doesn't listen to the show, right?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. When you guys did the Let's Plays for Peggle, I had it on mute and I was just watching the Peggle play the entire. I was just imagining the audio from Peggle.
Paolo does not know how to play that game, huh?
He was the one playing it?
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Right? If you had the audio on.
Yeah, and we had we spent like a couple semesters on it. Playing wasted on Peggle.
And that's what we were talking about while Paolo was playing. Like Paolo was all focused on Peggle and stuff. So like we did a Peggle cast pretty much.
2 episodes.
And that's where I told Miko, like, dude, there was an entire semester or 2 where we did nothing but play Peggle. There was that class, History of Ideas, under Dr. what's her name? I can't remember her name. But there was a class, History of Ideas, and there were only 2 people in class. It was me and John. And all we did
it's a two-person class.
Yeah, dude, the 2 of us. Like she was there talking about circular history versus linear history and teleological history versus, like the different ways that people view time and the concept of time, that sort of thing.
Right.
And we were there playing Peggle Nights.
Mm-hmm. The entire...
So bad. When you think about it, we were the only 2 people in class. We were playing Peggle.
You're not even paying attention. You're only 2 guys in class and you're not even paying... But you were paying attention, just not wholly to the class.
Yeah. Well, to be fair though, whenever I see like Peggle, I'm reminded of that class and,
stuck to you more than it should have.
Yeah. Which is really weird.
I actually haven't seen John play Peggle at all. I want to see him play, but his play style is, I imagine it's somewhat hyper-aggressive for a game like Peggle.
You see Paolo play, dude, that's hyper-aggressive.
I've seen him play, I'm like, where are you pointing that thing?
Straight into the bucket, like, he'd shoot it straight into the bucket, like, boom. Like, dude.
Well, you get a free ball. Yes.
Yeah, but... Oh, that guy, dude. I want to play Peggle.
I'm gonna have to dig through my installers for it. I have the immortal backlog of my Steam library for...
Is it on? It's not on Steam though, right?
It's not on Steam. It's on
Origin.
It's EA bought PopCap.
I think so. Yeah.
I would imagine somebody bought PopCap
because it became Pop Crap. No.
I see what you did there. Heard.
That was too much. That was too much.
Pushing it a bit.
Yes, pushing it a lot.
I like their... Did you play their Earthworm game? Where you had the achievements where they call you Thesaurus Rex?
Yeah, Bookworm.
Love that. It should be a thing on really tablets for, my younger nieces and nephews. I'm getting there where I have nieces and nephews who are old enough to play on a tablet and know what they're doing.
They do have, they do have it on, like, tablet, right?
Yeah. I haven't checked. They should.
Right, let's check. It's gonna make very compelling radio. Because of...
Joao and Norm make a podcast and get sidetracked.
By Bookworm. Right. Searching the App Store.
Alright, here we go.
And we'll search the Play Store. Well, it's on... I know it's on the Play Store.
Yeah, I think I've seen it around.
So it's definitely on Android.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember playing it on
an Android
phone.
So you have both an Android phone and an iOS tablet, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow. It isn't on...
It's no longer
on the App Store.
Oh. It didn't pass Steve Jobs. Or they didn't or they just didn't approve it. It needs to be innovative, guys. It's not innovative enough if it's a sequel.
Wait.
Speaking of, the last Transformers movie...
Worm Adventure.
Third World Adventure? Hold on. What is this?
It isn't on the Play Store either.
They pulled it out. Huh.
Wait, no.
Bookworm Adventure? Is that not Bookworm Adventure?
Alright. Just check the Wikipedia page. It's bothering me now.
A light search turns into a mystical quest.
Oh, it's on iOS. Okay. Why was it not on the App Store then?
Discoverability!
Wait.
There's at least...
Platforms. Windows, Mac, iOS, GBA.
Game Boy Advance?
PDA. Yeah. Smartphone? What?
Generic smartphone? Unbranded.
Bookworm at the App Store. Oh, it's on the App Store. Or the external link says that it's on the App Store.
Oh.
It isn't on Android.
Find out. That's the thing about, finding apps on either the App Store or Google, or even on Android. It's just, sometimes it's really hard to find some of the hidden good stuff because of, it is really hard to go through the thousands upon thousands of apps to find, the good ones worth, downloading. It's like finding true friends. You gotta wade through a lot of, bad ones.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't have any problem finding you guys. Aww. I still can't figure out whether it's on the Play Store or not. I don't want to walk over 3 feet to get my phone.
I can't. My phone's an iOS. Can't help you there. It's a mystery we'll solve at another time, I suppose. Find out in our next episode of Bodega Nights, coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh, we're doing this weekly now, I think.
All right.
Or we should.
Coming up next week, you don't have to wait that long for the mystery of Bookworm Adventures. Is it out on Android or not?
And if it is, how much? And
of
will
course
Norm's nieces
paid.
and nephews.
No, they're not getting it from me.
Spoiled that much.
Bad uncle.
I'm sure you're a pretty good uncle.
What is?
Tough love.
I didn't have that when I was growing up. Nobody bought me apps on the App Store. Get your own credit card.
Like a 7-year-old. What's a credit card? Life is tough, kid.
Now go get a job.
That sink isn't gonna wash itself.
Your food's not going to cook itself. What are you waiting for?
You're like, my food isn't gonna cook itself. What are you waiting for, child?
Norm on child labor.
Wow, that's still no AG.
Yeah,
Probably fell asleep.
The man has a semi-regular schedule, okay? He doesn't get to call all the shots on his scheduling.
Let's see if he's on Google Plus though, because he might just not be on Facebook.
That is a possibility, yes. I should do a follow-up thank you for hosting us back when Paolo was in town. It was kind of impromptu when we dropped by.
Oh yeah, AG's, yeah.
Yeah, live from AG's bedroom.
Yep. That was last week's episode.
It already came out last week. I didn't see it on Facebook, so.
So meta.
I thought it was just about to come
behind
out.
the scenes, man. Alright, audience members, behind the scenes, we are recording this the Sunday before that particular episode comes out. So,
where the magic happens, people. The podcast, as it happens.
Right, let's see. Just on G+. On G+, yeah. On G+.
I'll say it's just on G+. Or AG is just on G+.
That's what I'm telling him. Just on G+. Recording a podcast, but just on G+.
Waiting on you to start Third World Linux episode.
Yeah.
How was, so the whole RSS building thing, that's done already? We don't need to do anything else?
Yeah, dude. It's just the picture, or just the album art, or the picture.
Which isn't that, necessary yet until at least this following week, right?
Yeah. Just when we submit it to iTunes and Stitcher and, Gpodder and stuff, at least have 2 or 3 episodes on there, then, submit it.
Alright. I didn't realize we distribute a lot.
Yeah.
It's alright, these are a lot of distribution platforms.
Yep. Well, man, the podcast side of Channel 14.
Yes.
We're just a little bit shadier.
Just a little bit shady. What?
I don't know. This was Channel 14, right? We're pretty much divided into the podcast guys. Mm-hmm. So that's Bodega Nights and whatever. Then you have the YouTube guys, so that's Miko and Paolo. So
right.
Yeah.
I hope to join them soon or launch my own. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Nah, man, you're part of the podcast team, dude, because of Radio Norm. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And haven't put him out as a video.
I'll do a let's play and it's audio only.
It's so good.
You just see bullets whizzing by and hear me screaming and you don't know what actually is happening.
Yeah. I play Five Nights at Freddy's. with no in-game audio.
Escape!
You
Escape!
screaming.
Escape! No! I'm done with this game. Never again.
And then a week later, Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
How to do this, guys?
Man, that game is insane, though.
I have not touched that, or the Slenderman games, or really any of the scary games that PewDiePie touches.
PewDiePie. The game that he made his name on is pretty much like that Flappy Bird game, right?
Yeah. It's kind of funny, like, PewDiePie has his game now, and what's it? Escapist has its own game now, too, right?
I wouldn't know. I haven't been keeping up.
Fair enough.
On, like, video game stuff.
Boss favorite guy. Sorry.
PewDiePie.
What kind of things have you been keeping up on, Joao?
Hello?
Yeah, what kind of things have you been keeping up on?
The law, you know? Being, like, a law student and all.
Clearly, it has changed in the last 24 hours that we have talked. It's a very deep subject. So, not to joke about it. It is a very deep and complicated subject.
Yeah, I would say, like, there was a recent ruling about the Cebu airport.
Yeah, they're building a new one, right? They were.
Yeah, but there was a ruling about, tax. The local government unit, wanted to tax the Cebu airport they wanted to levy real property tax against, the airport in Cebu. And the Supreme Court upheld its decision when the city of Pasay tried to tax Manila's airport. They're like, no, you can't do that.
It's a public necessity.
It is an instrumentality of the Republic of the Philippines, and therefore not subject to tax. If it were a government-owned and controlled corporation, that'd be a different story. But that's, the type of thing that I keep up with. Boring, actually.